Good evening, welcome to Military Strategies. We are live right now, December 24th, 2025. The magical night, Christmas night. Here, live with you. What is happening, what is going on right now in the Caribbean Sea is so important that you can't miss it. Cuba has activated an unknown weapon. And Nicolas Maduro has started dancing with androids. Don't miss it tonight. The show to watch with your family, to watch during Christmas dinner. Live right here. Military Strategies, family, your likes, your comments. Let's get started.
Good evening, family. Welcome to Military Strategies. We're live now. No worries. I haven't had anything to drink. It's not crazy. Nicolas Maduro, we had seen everything. We had everything until today. Pay attention to the video of Nico today dancing with androids. Don't miss it. It's absolute madness today. We also have the Cuba issue. I'm not sure what they've activated, but you'll be amazed. Well, now we're going to try to investigate a little about what that story is about. First of all, community. Merry Christmas to all our community. Christian, non-Christian. Congratulations. Congratulations for being here one more day in this life. For being here one more day. And to all those who can enjoy being with their family. There are many people right now in the world who can't enjoy being with their loved ones. Some because they're no longer with us, others because they're sick, and others because they've been separated from their families. For example, the political prisoners in Cuba, persecuted Christians in Africa, people massacred in Sudan, jihadists in Israel and surrounding areas. Anyway, the world is in a sad state, but let's try to make tonight a family night, a night. At least a bit of fun, right? But what's next is intense. Not much fun in it. Thank you. Thank you very much. I really want to tell you something. Excuse me. Yesterday, I didn't do more than one live stream. I'm going to tell you something because I have to. I can't keep it to myself. There are a lot of people asking me. A few months ago, he had a somewhat delicate medical procedure. Unfortunately, 3 days ago, something started bothering me again. I made a doctor's appointment and had another operation yesterday. I'm fine. It's okay. Don't worry. And here we are, fighting tirelessly as much as we can. We'll go as far as we can and as far as God allows. But I truly want to thank you for your affection, your prayers, and that's it. That's life. Hey, there are moments when you're better, moments when you're worse, and you have to stay positive. You have to stay positive. You always have to look ahead and not let yourself get down. So nobody should get down. Nobody should get down. With the situation in Venezuela, things are happening. There are 1,000 things happening that we don't even realize. Take a look at what I'm going to show you. It's totally crazy right now. I've never seen this in my life. And I've seen a lot of electronic warfare stuff. I've seen military things. I'm honestly amazed right now. Everyone, please pay attention to what I'll show you. It's currently 10:20 in Spain. December 24th. Canel has lost his mind, Canel the Cuban. Look at what's over Cuba right now. These lines you see are produced by electronic warfare equipment possibly provided by Russia. It's not a mistake. It's not that the television or your screen is broken, like what happens when you hit a screen and the liquid crystal display starts to show lines. The liquid in the crystal spreads and looks like this. These lines you see form this way. It's not normal. This isn't normal. The other day, Claudia Mexicana turned on a radar in the Yucatan Peninsula. The Cubans turned on another one. They were trying to monitor everything that passes through the Gulf of America Strait, the Caribbean Sea. We're going to see it. It's not just everything that passes by now. Now, Jack and Nell is so pissed off that the oil isn't arriving, that the oil tankers aren't coming. Excuse me, I'll get more comfortable here. There we go, we're out of orbit. We were like on the radar, out of orbit. Cannell isn't just upset about delayed oil tankers. They've also spoken up. Now, just to annoy, I'm going to start turning on little toys that I have lying around here to create a problem. The navigation. What is this that we're looking at? Because I think that, huh? The story behind this is that they're testing things. They're testing things because they know an attack is coming sooner or later, or later or sooner. At some point, sooner or later, they know there's going to be an attack and they're testing. They're testing things out. What does this mean? Well, theoretically, what we're seeing is a sweep. Heterodyne effect, what's it called? The name for it. And what it can cause. Let's see, it doesn't usually cause air accidents, but it can cause them. It can cause them because what it does is degrade the global positioning system, introduce noise, and spoof radar systems. And it makes air navigation difficult. We can see planes, for example, like this plane from the United States, which supposedly may or may not have something to do with it, I don't know. Let's remove this filter. Let's just stick with military planes, where things are happening right now. For example, the Special Forces plane, Shark 77,
77.
has been flying from North Carolina to the Haiti area, returning from the Haiti area on some kind of patrol. We don't really understand it very well. This is one of the examples. Another example. A C2 plane heading from Puerto Rico. But the story isn't there. The story is here in what we're seeing right now, Cannell. They're looking for trouble with the United States, and it's serious, very serious, because the United States isn't going to allow electronic warfare to be launched against its coasts. And besides, they've been smart because the antennas for that electronic warfare, those systems, are pointing south. If we look at the size, if they turn, the antennas could directly attack the southern Florida area. That's not a small thing, not at all. By the way, family, this community already has at least 373,000 people. It's Christmas. Let's go for 374. Let's see if we can do it. Of course.
I can't.
The question is now or for what? Or what have they sent to Cannell so that he can send or have this right now, which is in real time? Look, the Puerto Rico radar is currently off. At least we don't see it at this moment. The one in Nicaragua is on. The Chinese radar that Ortega has placed there, this one is on. Look here. The radar line clearly shows that there is an active radar. Look at these lines. This here is a radar. Long-range early warning. It's a curious thing, but there's no place in the world right now. The world, I repeat, where something like this is being seen, and it's amazing. It's amazing. The Guantanamo area is not being affected, which is another thing that stands out. Cannell is being careful not to touch the Guantanamo area. He's not touching it. Obviously, because he knows that if any interference happens there, from whatever source, the United States will come and take it down. It's that clear. It's that clear. There's also debate over whether Maduro will last until the end of the year. Listen, I don't have a crystal ball. I don't have that ability to see the future, thank God, because it would be super boring to know everything that's going to happen, but we can live things step by step with excitement. No, because things are happening. Why have they activated this? Also, it's a way. This that you're seeing. To be able to hide aircraft as well, that is with what we're seeing right now. Could an aircraft enter with the transponder on? And the United States radars had trouble detecting it? It's not just about confusing, it's also about hiding. And then there's obviously the issue of ships as well. We're seeing this in the sky, but on the surface as well, it's also happening at the maritime level. Are they trying to hide the arrival of some oil tanker? I think so. I think so. It says here, well, let's start putting up super chats. Today is Christmas. Well, it's Christmas Eve. I invite you to leave your comments. And they say over here, Ava Maestre, would you say hello to my grandmother, to your grandmother, and to your whole family? Merry Christmas. Thank you so much for being live with us. In military strategies, this is going to take a while. I'm not sure if this will take long, but everything here seems clearly defined. Look at this area here, how it kind of forms a perfect square in this area where that electronic warfare system doesn't touch it. But still, it does touch it in this area here. These are really strange things. What's happening is really weird. And what's happening is very, very strange. Well, that's that. You already know what's happening right now in Cuba. We'll go again later to take another look at what's happening in the skies. In the meantime, we'll stick with this image. Let's see. Well, let's take a look at something. The planes flying over this area, if they're experiencing any kind of interference, they're seeing you with problems. This can affect various altitudes, not just one, but that doesn't seem to apply here. It just seems like everything is normal, except for the story they've made up here, which I really don't know about. They must be testing. They must be testing a bunch of things. They must be testing a lot of systems. Right now, there are 12,000 of us. Thank you so much, everyone, for being here with us. Many people are likely preparing Christmas dinner with their families. Thank you for being here and putting up with us. I promise you, it's going to be fun. It's going to be a lot of fun. Nicolas Maduro. Nicolas Maduro, I confess. Please, no one take this the wrong way. Please, no one misunderstand this. There will be moments. We're going to miss him. You'll see. There will be moments when we're going to miss him. And you really have to see it. Seriously, who comes up with this family? Who comes up with this stuff? Only Maduro would come up with that, right? Please.
I don't know what to say. But
Who has seen or believes this? That's all. Me. Maduro dances with an android. The android says, I'm leaving. In the end, at the end of this whole story, he's going to be left so alone they'll have to give him this as a gift. I mean, the robot dances better than him, that's for sure. And of course, what does the robot do? It's like North Korea. No one dares to tell him you're making a fool of yourself. You're making a fool of yourself. No one dares. You say, my God in my life, but where did you get Nicolas Maduro from? How do you dare to bring him out to do these things? Maduro is out of control today? He's out of control today? Now we're going to see it, the dinner he's set up, because he's set up a dinner. I think it's shameful when most Venezuelans don't have enough to eat that this guy has set up a dinner as a show. You'll see it, but he just doesn't know what to do now. Look at this. He's gotten carried away. I don't know what he's taken today, if they gave it to him cut wrong or how he was taking it, but today he was ripe. Plan. The last Christmas I'm going to live, and I'm going to live it intensely. I think it's incredible. I'm serious. I'm starting to believe in the mysteries of life. Huh? Huh? And one of the mysteries is how Nicolas Maduro is still alive. I don't know. It's an incredible mystery, he says. Angel, what are you sick with? Strategies, Angel. It doesn't matter what I'm sick with. Whatever has to be, whatever has to happen is in God's hands. And God is just, he knows what's best for everyone, so it doesn't matter. But thank you, as I said, thank you for your signs of affection. And I know there are people who have been praying and so on. So thank you very much for all of that. You know, as Nicolas Maduro said, he's already been acting a bit like a clown, really clownish, but there are other topics. It's not that funny anymore. It's not that funny anymore. In the last 72 hours since he arrived, apparently a Chinese cargo ship, or from China, or that passed through China at some point in its life, they're handing this out. They're handing out weapons to everyone. And the problem isn't going to be Jackie United States. Attack or not, the problem is going to be that in Venezuela, everyone is going to have weapons. And the issue of public safety, it's going to be complicated. No, it's not going to be complicated. The issue of security in Venezuela and throughout history. Speaking of and going back to technology topics. By the way, thanks to Diario Derecha for the clip, we send our regards. Javier Negre. There's another topic we need to look at. I'm going to show you a photograph. Today I'm bringing you Christmas gifts. Look, that's strategies, a bag. You put a strategies bag here for us? It's Santa's parachute. What is this? Well, pay attention to this. It's good, huh? There's a company that makes those balloons that are launched. The stratosphere that is suspiciously dedicating itself to doing things like this. To doing things like those. And the balloon is carried away by the wind. I mean, it can be steered. Okay, the balloon can be steered. And now you might ask, how can balloons be steered? I don't know how they steer it, but can they? Can they steer it? And what is that balloon doing? Well, that balloon, are you seeing it? What is it doing? Nothing more and nothing less than following oil tankers. Following oil tankers. Is he following you? Where is he right now? Here. There he is. There you have him. The GLOBO Jabal. 787 has been circling around here. It's been turning, then it went up and down. It's not Santa Claus, it's not a flying reindeer. Forget about that. Those are just stories. The balloon is following someone. What does that balloon carry? It carries camera, radar, observation, and communication systems. They can tap communications, but it's not the only option. Tonight we're going to talk about modern things, strange things, interesting things. Later, we'll watch Nicolas Maduro so we can all have a laugh at him. As usual, as always. The balloon is following someone. It could be following Vela. One masmiskimiz. That macro oil tanker that has escaped. I don't think the United States knows what it wants to do with it. If it wants to seize it or not. If the oil tanker's coming from Iran, what has Iran done today? In case Dan has hijacked another oil tanker, what you're hearing. Is Iran hijacking another oil tanker? He reached the Persian Gulf and declared, boom, this one's out. Well, that's it. Another oil tanker hijacked by Iran. The United States has taken one from them, we'll take another, and Iran takes another. This is starting to feel a bit like guerrilla warfare. You take one from me, I take one from you, you take one from me, I take one from you. And that's how we go day after day. And it's a dangerous dynamic because at some point, someone is going to put armed security on the ships. And things are going to get out of hand. And things are going to get out of hand. And big, too. Really, really big. Vladimir Padrino. Now it seems the United Nations barely notices him. By the way, in the Security Council, more than 40 countries have told Venezuela to stop torturing people. Venezuela was heading that way. The plan is, we're the victims. The United States is attacking us, they're abandoning us, and they've been told, no, sorry, you're not victims, you're torturers. Vladimir Padrino doesn't get much attention at the United Nations. And he says, well, look.
The greeting from President Nicolas Maduro, a chief commander.
Takes it to the blue helmets. This is already unbelievable. We had seen the ones on the motorcycle, the yellow vest with the super bright yellow jacket. And now we have the raver Smurfs here.
From the Bolivarian National Armed Forces to this great family from this airbase. Generalissimo Francisco de Miranda.
On top of that, the audio is out of sync. Venezuelan television just doesn't work anymore. It's always lagging.
Well, almost all the air components of our Bolivarian National Armed Forces, well...
So what has it been? At the airbase, it's Miranda.
Military aviation? Here we are in your home. Of the Army, the Navy...
The Liberators one.
No. The Bolivarian National Guard. My greetings also to the militiamen and militia women. And well, I wanted to come here like this, in a very simple way.
They just gave it to me as a gift.
Yeah, I wanted to come here, yes.
Yeah, they just gave it to her as a gift. Like this. Maybe it's a radar speaker for when the American planes come. This is incredible. I mean, like I always say, it's like North Korea, but even worse, much lower. It's not an incredible thing. Are you already going to give them little gifts from Temu? Gifts from Temu.
In a very simple way. In a very, let's say, humble. Very simple.
Bicycles for the kids, but how do they play with very humble people?
I would like to bring them a world of things.
A military backpack? Oh, from Temu too, huh?
Or just material things. But also this. What is it to bring them a world from an alien hope, a world of joy, of seeing the future? With Oye,
Looks like Vladimir Padrino is aiming for the Nobel Peace Prize, huh?
a lot of looks. Positive.
I love it when he gets melancholic and starts saying all these things. It's something spectacular.
With a very hopeful look.
What's that, a radio cassette?
We've come to bring all these things. They accompany us.
Which are from Temu.
They say, absolutely everything you have done this year, backpacks,
Scooters.
moment here, I want you.
It's a meme.
It's a real meme.
It's a real meme. The same thing is happening in Venezuela for a moment, and things are getting very, very difficult for the regime to survive. It all depends on whether Donald Trump wants to take the step. If Donald Trump wants to take the step, none of them will be left there. I'm very serious. None of them will be left there. But for them to take that step, right? That's another mystery. That's another mystery. All right, I'm going to show you another Christmas gadget. We've already seen the Globo, and now we're going to see the Reaper. A few days ago, we were talking and saying that they had installed drones on the MQ-9 Reaper, an unknown system of electronic warfare, or some kind of strange story. Well, now we know more things. According to what has been leaked, what our friend here is carrying. Dictatorship Eradicator? I say this because it's the one used to take out high-priority targets. That thing you see there under the wing, on the other side, I have an extra fuel tank, but what you see there seems to be
Parece ser.
what has been leaked. He is very curious, among other things. It's like having a neighbor who always watches your door to see who comes and goes. It seems they've installed a module on the Reaper for collecting radio signals that, among other things, can listen to phone calls, radio communications, and encrypted conversations. I'm just putting it out there. It seems like they're talking about these capabilities, huh? Very interesting historically. Historically, the Houthis once shot down an MQ, a Reaper. In the wreckage, that drone fell and the Houthis in sandals stomped on it and searched. Over there. They found an unknown module, which until now was not known, that was used to collect global system for mobile communications, mobile phone signals, in order to geolocate and listen to them. That had a name, I don't remember. It's the name of a character, mythological, biblical. It has a name. Another day I'll really look it up. When it comes back to my mind again, I'll look for it and I'll say it. No. But it seems that now they've designed something specific. And they're putting it in place. Test in Venezuela, there you see it, which is new. A new little toy to test in Venezuela. These are things that come up, that happen, that occur, and that we bring up. Do you remember the story? Maria Corina leaving Venezuela. You already know that a company came out saying that they were the ones who got her out, that they had a problem. In the middle of the sea, Maria Corina said that leaving had been complicated, that they were lost at sea. Do you remember the day? The F-18S, right? Well. Attention, this photo. We'll go to the map later. The island of the Southern Monk. Southern Monk Island. It seems that there, Nicolas Maduro, advised by someone, He was told to install a global positioning system jamming system.
Yes.
Let's go there on the map to see. It seems that this is an electronic warfare system. The day Maria Corina left of Venezuela
La.
interfered with the navigation system of the boat, and they got lost, so they had to call the F-18SC so they could locate them at sea and guide them. Curaçao. This is being discussed. I'm not saying it's true or false, just sharing what's being talked about. Maybe it's not entirely true, but it is true that the system is there, so we know then that Nicolas Maduro has the capability. Electronic warfare systems currently operating trying to interfere with the observation systems. The United States of America. Isla de los Monjes with Southern Cassette. They are Eastern monks. The monks. How many islands and northern monks are there? Is this place full of monks? This doesn't attract attention. What stands out is someone who is clearly advising China and Russia. To Nicolas Maduro, what does he have to do? See if there's any photograph. Let's see if we have a photo. We have a photo. We can play bingo, bingo. We have photos. We have a photo. All right, let's do a bit of sniffing here. This appears to be a Coast Guard area and an advanced surveillance point. The famous patrol boats, these gunboats with anti-ship missiles from Iran, we can see that they even take the kids on field trips there too. This one is famous, a patrol boat that they had. Up there, look up there. There's the lighthouse. They've installed the electronic warfare system for global positioning system denial on top of the lighthouse.
Yes.
Which means some aircraft can get through. Not good. Nothing around here. We see a few brave ones. Who will defend this atollan or this rock? We see that it has a system, assigned machine guns. Nothing that a Jaden bomb can't fix in 2 minutes. This is indefensible out at sea. It's isolated from the rest of Venezuela.
La.
Look, because strategically it's interesting. It's at the entrance right in the middle, but this is indefensible. This can't be defended. An airstrike would knock it out in 2 minutes. We can now see the intention was clearly to establish an electronic warfare system. Here is a photograph. An electronic warfare system placed there to try to interfere with the navigation systems. It can also be used, and this is another interesting detail, through that area. By the way, we're seeing images of the oil tanker that has been taken to Iran. Here we can see it. This has been taken to Iran for Bandar Abbas. Now they've let him steal oil tankers? Who knows? We were saying that there's a deeper underlying issue here. The oil tankers are currently loading at this terminal, and all those that are loading are under sanctions at the moment. Once they leave there, exit the Gulf of Venezuela, and enter international waters, the United States is going to go after them. What the United States is trying to do with this is to create a system to deny global positioning system information. Other stories. And so that the oil tankers can more or less reach or escape the blockade to Cuba. Why? Although we may say it's complicated and escaping is difficult for them, it's actually not that hard. Let's pay attention to another important detail within the chaos that's going on here. Look at the number of red dots. These are oil tankers. the amount of little red dots there are in the sea right now. They're over here, they're over there. And of course, one of them can slip away from you. One of them slips away and returns to his usual routine. He crosses over in a few hours or in a couple of days to Cuba and the United States. Maybe he doesn't see it. That clear? Assessing the global number of oil tankers is a complex issue. Many of them are not physically here. I mean, they're inside Venezuela, but it looks like they're there. They do it to confuse, so that the United States doesn't notice. Many of the oil tankers that are sanctioned and were heading to Venezuela have turned around. They have decided that it's better to go home. For example, we're going to see it here. In this photograph, we're going to look at a tanker plane in Lynx. Lynx, which was already in the Atlantic heading to Venezuela, has turned around. Look at Lynx. Sorry, it won't pick up due to this signal. It's just that they have it. This is so modified you can't see it. But in the image we're seeing, it changed course. And it's no longer heading towards Venezuela. Another one, Albedo. Albedo, those are all the big ones. It's a large oil tanker, the kind the United States prefers. It was going to enter Venezuela, and now it doesn't enter Venezuela anymore. Look. This is Albedo. He was in the north of Guadalupe, south of Antigua, Barbuda. And look, what he has done. Go full speed northbound towards the Atlantic. It seems that Albedo doesn't want Venezuelan oil. Realize the economic harm they're causing Nicolas Maduro. The poor wretch is watching as one of his main businesses. Besides, the flower business is going down the drain. And that's not easy. Accepting a dictatorship is hard when you have to pay so many people. I said it. The longer the troops are deployed at this moment, the more money the regime needs. The more damage it's doing to the United States of America, the worse they're doing. That was another one. Let's find one more. Bithuri. Let's look for Bithuri. But now they're scared there. Bithuri, what is it? Another one that's big. Very, very big. Well, so Bithuri was also on his way to Venezuela. He got sidetracked. People seem unwilling to transport Venezuelan oil. These are not good days, Nicolas Maduro. These are not good days, Nico. Not for Delcy, not for anyone. They're all having a hard time. But still, Nicolas Maduro, since he has nothing better to do, he doesn't have anything more interesting. He puts on a show. This is degrading. I'm serious. The people of Venezuela really have to think about who is in power. Why are there people who support this guy, and supporting Nicolas Maduro is not a good sign? It's not good for Venezuela.
One of the best Afro-Latin percussionists in the history of Afro-Latin music, Felipe Rengifo. Mandingo, sending my regards.
Well, they have taken Mandingo away, please. But he does percussion. Okay, percussion. Mandingo. This is not the Mandingo from adult films. It's the one from Venezuelan percussion. Well, jokes aside, since it's Christmas, they've set up a circus. Nicolas Maduro. This is just unbelievable. It's like Peter Pan. They've taken everyone they could there. Look over there, that's Mandingo, the percussionist, and he's over there acting crazy. Look. Did he just sit there to have dinner in front of everyone? When in reality, there are a lot of people who don't have anything to eat. But look at the donkey, he eats. They put on a show for you. And there are people dying in Venezuela. They don't have medicine because they don't have antibiotics. Literally, people are dying. Things that we have nowadays. Today I realized I'm taking an antibiotic that's not available in Venezuela, so they can't use it. Unfortunately, they can't take it. Of course, there are tables with food and other tables without food because on some there are glasses. Or where there's food, Maduro's table. You're left amazed. You're left amazed. The show is like, he moves his jaw a lot. You'll see where that leads. It's degrading. I don't know how Nicolas Maduro dares to do something like that, to set up something like that. Donald Trump has to see this. He has to see that right now. Like, he's not afraid. He thinks he's untouchable. He thinks nothing can be done to him. Here, it's already ridiculous. He's looking at his phone all the time. He's also checking his messages. He's getting the information as it comes in. There has to be someone, I suspect they have someone inside the United States government who gives them information. If not, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense this guy is doing what he's doing. It doesn't make sense that he's just sitting there enjoying himself. It doesn't make any sense. There are days when he doesn't show up, and there are days when he does. For example, when they took a picture together, these two ships, including the oil tanker, were missing for 2 days. Then it did show up. And there are people who don't have, there are tables without food, or rather, the table that has food. Look, here. There's one you can see, that one. Over there, the one that's right behind, in that area I'm pointing to. That one doesn't have food, that one doesn't have food either. You can see it clearly, they just don't have any food. It's a brutal staging. They give you a piece of bread, sit there and eat. Look, all the food is on this table. The lady, she looks fine, she must eat well. But over there on that table, you can see a lot of food. And Maduro keeps using his phone. Maduro keeps doing his own thing. Maduro keeps sending messages, looking at messages, Maduro. Someone has been telling him things, but for a while now. It might be Cuban intelligence. Perhaps they have infiltrators in the United States. They know when, how, and exactly how they'll go after him. It's possible. I wouldn't rule out that story.
Yeah.
He's always paying attention, always aware of every detail. And the fact that he does these kinds of events shows us that he knows things.
Yes.
He knows things. Watch out. He's going to stir things up.
Subtitles made by Dima Torzok.
Is he going to stir things up?
He's with our president, and the fight starts right there for everything that comes out with him.
He says Maduro just loves putting on a show. Give me the drumstick. He's gonna stand there. He's such a clown. He is. Old man, look, look.
He has to see.
Look at how the others are watching them, saying, oh my God. And you know what's worse? They have to applaud him, knowing that he's doing it wrong and making a fool of himself. Now, pretending he's going to take charge. Everything is wild. It's like, I don't know. Me, there are times when I think he doesn't really run the country. Not sure if it's the woman or someone else behind the scenes. Let's see. It's obvious that Cuba is the one who decides everything that happens there. I've been reading this. Please, those of you from Venezuela, correct me if I'm wrong. Was Nicolas Maduro elected or appointed, huh? Chavez? Because I didn't see him as dangerous at the time. I didn't see him as dangerous. When it came to carrying out a coup or taking power. Intellectually, I wonder how he expresses himself and acts. Maduro. Is this a showman? Is it a person? Psychological issues? He's not a president. This guy can't be a president. So I think that Chavez, because of this or that issue, Chavez put him there, right? Maybe that's why the figure of the woman is always with him, always guiding him. It's not likely.
The flag that the people of Venezuela raised today, just a few hours before Fijaros.
This table here, the lower right table, doesn't have a single plate. The tables at the end have plates. It's all a setup like North Korea. This is very cruel. It's super cruel. Putting on this whole show to try to prove that nothing is happening, that nothing is going on, that there are a lot of people. Venezuela doesn't have enough to eat. Let's see what he and the donkey said.
Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye. Well.
Well, pay attention to this, family.
Yeah.
Cover your ears. 16,000 people. We're missing likes. Get ready for this. Let's see.
Yes, he sees it.
I got it now.
I like this. Here they say how the gorilla moans. Ha ha. But what do we do with him? What do we do with him?
Sagroso, and this is Sun Mandango.
Ha, Sun Mandango. Costa Rica. Laugh. Ha, yes, you really have to laugh. Sometimes I try to find an explanation for Nicolas Maduro, and I say, but how? Like that? How can he do it? How can he? I don't understand it. It's hard for me. It's hard to get something out of it or give something to it, or I don't understand it. I just don't understand it. It's ridiculous. Very, very, very ridiculous.
people would like to see.
They are Mandango. Delicious.
Yeah,
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to leave you for now because I have to go to another community that's waiting for me. I ate a jackfruit here on the farm. I'm going to eat another little jackfruit that's waiting for me, right? And I'm going to say goodbye. I wish I didn't have to. I say goodbye to the lanera and I leave dancing, which is the best way to go. I'll be back very soon so we can keep fighting together. Fighting, dancing, and succeeding. Long live the homeland!
it's an incredible thing because he thinks he's going to stay in power. Sometimes even seeing him, you almost believe he'll stay in power. Damn, that. Sometimes you can actually believe it. He'll remain in power, but it's something. It just can't be explained. Well, what if they told Nicolas Maduro at the United Nations? It's not good news, huh? It's not good news about Nico at the United Nations.
Let me reiterate that in the United States, we do not recognize Nicolas Maduro or his Venezuelan accomplices as the legitimate government of Venezuela. Nicolas Maduro is a fugitive from United States justice. Goodbye, and he is the leader of the foreign terrorist organization known as the Cartel of the Suns. In fact, actually, Maduro and his regime stole the elections.
It's very clear.
And there's proof from the international community. President Trump has made it clear that he is going to use all the power of the United States of America, all the might of the United States to take on and eradicate these drug cartels that have acted with impunity in our hemisphere for far too long. And everyone knows this. The greatest threat, the most serious threat to this hemisphere is found in our own neighborhood. And it stems from transnational crime and terrorist groups. To sign and reiterate that
In other words, the United States does not recognize Nicolas Maduro, who is also a fugitive, and to top it all off, to finish the story, Nicolas Maduro is the head of the Cartel of the Suns. But the thing is, everyone has put it on him. They've put it on him. Terrible. The guy from Panama said it was because he painted it. The guy from Panama, he said? Edmundo won the election. It's just, look at what Panama said to him. Look at this, huh? Panama has many businesses, but really nothing significant.
Of that historical closeness. Panama cannot remain indifferent to the deep political, economic, and humanitarian crisis, as well as the human rights violations that this sister republic is experiencing today. As a result of decisions and practices by a regime whose actions have seriously eroded the democracy of its people. For Panama, it is undeniable that the opposition candidate, Mr. Edmundo González Urrutia, was the elected winner in the last elections. The records that certify his victory and confirm the popular will expressed at the polls by the Venezuelan people remain and will continue to be under Panama's custody of that historical closeness.
That is to say, Panama has the records that state Maduro is not the president, that Edmundo won. And what I don't understand is one thing. If this is the case, if what we're seeing is like this, what is the United Nations waiting to do? A Security Council resolution? More assembly? To remove Maduro from power? Why does the United States have to unilaterally get involved in the mess of removing him? When it's more than evident that Nicolas Maduro Lost the elections? For what reason? For what purpose? What's clear? I think it's clear. The United Nations. The person who leads the United Nations is a friend of Nicolas Maduro. Nicolas Maduro, who also hasn't talked much about religion lately.
It's a historic nation. I am a Christian, a practicing Christian, a Christian of prayer and action, a Christian of Christ, directly of Christ.
Where was Jesus Christ born? Our Lord Jesus Christ?
Let's see. Family, where was Jesus born?
In Bethlehem?
In Bethlehem? Very good, Nicholas. Jesus was born in Bethlehem.
Palestine.
Palestine, we're leaving now. Nicholas, we're leaving now too.
When he was born, it was Palestine.
Back when he was born, it was Palestine.
In thousands of years, more than 2,000 years.
2,000 years ago, it was Palestine. Mother of God.
He was born in a Jewish household.
He was born Jewish, but was Palestinian. This is wonderful, huh? Whoever sees it will see.
Jesus was born in Palestine.
In a Jewish home? At that time, Palestine was already occupied by the Jews. You'll see, huh? Wait, I love these things. Hey, isn't this nice?
And then he rebelled.
Then he rebelled against the Jews, huh?
Against the domination of the Roman Empire, then.
That Jesus went against the Romans, ha. And I, who went to catechism as a child, was told something different. Hey.
Jesus Christ was the first anti-imperialist, ha.
He was a communist. Actually, Jesus was a Palestinian communist.
According to modern history.
Yes, huh?
From the last 3 millennia at least.
3 millennia, please, Mafura. 3 millennia.
The most important anti-imperialist in modern history. Our Lord Jesus Christ, Jesus.
Of course, just imagine the story, how it would be, or how it is. You all imagine, okay? How the story would be.
Yep.
Right? Hold on, something's happening in the chat. The story would be, I'd be really interested in the story, of course. Imagine Jesus having political prisoners, dungeons, torture chambers. Just imagine what we're talking about right now. Nicolas Maduro. It's just really intense. It's really intense. What we're seeing right now is very intense. I don't understand it. But to me, it seems really strange. A Jesus over there saying, you terrorist, to jail. Wait, there's more.
Born in Bethlehem and raised in Nazareth, terrible.
Born in Bethlehem, raised in Nazareth. Does he forget when they go to Egypt, fleeing from a certain Herod Antipas?
Territory of Palestine.
Palestinian territory, huh?
Jesus was a Palestinian child.
Jesus was a Palestinian child, huh?
A young Palestinian?
A young Palestinian. Yes, come on, he wore the Palestinian keffiyeh and also went around saying Allahu Akbar.
And when he was crucified?
Crucified.
Unjustly condemned by the Spanish Empire and by the Spanish Empire.
That the Spanish crucified Jesus.
I can't believe it because of the oligarchies that religiously dominated the area when he was crucified.
Let's see. We have to listen to this again. We have to listen to this again, please. Listen to this. Listen to it carefully. Let's see. Cristobal Colon crucified Jesus.
Born in Bethlehem and raised in Nazareth, territory of Palestine, so Jesus was a Palestinian child, a Palestinian youth, and when he was crucified, wrongly condemned by the Spanish Empire. Yeah.
Hey, let's see. Was Pontius Pilate from Madrid? Yeah. Did Columbus discover Nazareth or arrive in Gaza? Let's find out. The first place Columbus arrived was Gaza. Columbus arrived and said, ha ha. Let's set course this way. Is he crazy, guys? It's always Spain. It's just that we Spaniards always have to be real. We've crucified Jesus. We've done everything there.
With the Aztecs and because of the oligarchies that religiously dominated the area. When he was unjustly condemned, he was nailed.
Nailed, damn it.
Crucified, murdered, tortured our Lord Jesus Christ. He died as a Palestinian man.
Hernan Cortés was the one who nailed him, just so you know.
And he rose again to immortal life as a Palestinian spirit. So, in the name of our Lord Jesus Christ, I make an appeal to the Christians of the world. Attention.
Family, now that you're all having dinner, since it's Christmas, listen.
I make an appeal to the Muslims.
To the Muslims, damn. Wait. Of course, maybe Muhammad was there with Jesus.
My Muslim brothers.
My Muslim brothers, hey, hey, hey.
I make a call to the Jewish people of the world.
Huh, Chist? Careful, he's already calling us Jewish people. So, what do you want from us?
Let's demand the fulfillment of the United Nations resolutions.
But what does the United Nations have to do with this? Let's see. He just told us an amazing story here. About what? Jesus was a member of Alpha Tejo? I was asking if Jesus was a revolutionary of his time, if he was a member of Hamas, of Islamic Jihad. Forgive me for making jokes about this, which really isn't a joking matter. I don't want to hurt anyone's feelings, but this is a donkey. So you have to laugh at donkeys, and there's no other way. All right? So we need to know if Jesus was from Islamic Jihad, from Hamas, or from Al-Fateh. Since he was the first revolutionary of his time in Palestinian, and since the Spanish Empire finished him off, I truly mean it. I didn't know that Pontius Pilate was from a neighborhood in Madrid. I don't know, maybe from Carabanchel. I'm just amazed. Here, I'm about to call my Jewish brother. History, what's going on? Wait, let's check if he's alone. Oh my God. Oh my God, where are you, Ariel? Ariel Kanieski, where are you? Hey, brother, are you available? We have some genetic questions about Jesus. Let's see if he's here. I don't think he's here. I think Ariel's here at this hour. It's already late, right? Next time, we'll bring Ariel and show him the video to hear his thoughts. What involvement did the Spanish Empire have with the crucifixion, torture, and murder of Jesus? And what about the Palestinian issue? I just got used to it myself. A tremendous mess. Next time I go to Israel, I'll have to look for traces of my ancestors around there. It's tremendous. It's tremendous. No matter how you look at it, it's really worth looking at.
It's a historic nation. I am a Christian, a practicing Christian.
He practices a lot. He's practical.
A Christian who prays and stands firm.
Yes, he achieves a lot with the political prisoners.
Cristiano de Cristo, directly from Christ.
He comes from Christ. He is the sacred legacy. In the Da Vinci Code movie, they talked about Nicolas Maduro. Was he really the chosen one? Ariel is sleeping. Leave him alone. Look how I would wake up Kanievsky to show him this. It kills me. He says, "You're not my brother anymore."
Where was Jesus Christ our Lord born?
It's just great. This part is great. In Bethlehem.
In Bethlehem?
Bethlehem.
Palestine?
Palestine.
When he was born, it was Palestine, thousands of years ago, more than 2,000 years ago.
More than 2,000 years ago, it was Palestine, right? Careful. It wasn't Judea.
Judea no era.
I mean, Judea, the Roman Empire called it Palestine.
He was born in a Jewish household.
Ah, but there were Jews. This is like the chicken. Which came first, the chicken or the egg?
And then he rebelled.
It's just that I love this. Then, when he was little, he rebelled. He rebelled when he was little. But my question is, if he wasn't born in Bethlehem or Haifa, would he still be Palestinian? I don't know, Netanya. I don't know. It's just really intense.
Against the domination of the Roman Empire, so...
Are the Roman and Spanish empires the worst in history?
Jesus Christ was the first anti-imperialist known in the modern history of the last 3 millennia. At least...
Well, huh? I think he's bad at history, huh? Nicholas, there's a guy named Hannibal Barca from a place now called Tunisia, ancient Carthage, who had nothing else to do. I love Hannibal Barca's story, you know? Hey, learning history with Nicolas Maduro is always an inexhaustible source of knowledge, Nicholas. Before the revolutionary communist Jesus, there was one named Hannibal Barca, who lived 247 years before Jesus, and who fought in some wars called the Punic Wars, with one from a very famous Roman family, the Scipios. Scipio Africanus, one of the greatest generals the Roman Empire ever had. One of the greatest. Also, Hannibal took elephants from Carthage, led them across the peninsula, crossed the Alps, and the elephants that survived made it all the way to Rome. Of course, the only similarity between Hannibal Barca and you is that you were the donkey that Jesus rode on to enter Jerusalem, because anything else, my son Maduro. Honestly, I just don't get it. I don't understand you, Nicholas. I really try, but I don't know. In the end, he's going to be a Jedi who also came down and was also at the crucifixion of Jesus yesterday. The lance was a lightsaber.
the most important anti-imperialist in modern history. Our Lord Jesus Christ Jesus, born in Bethlehem and raised in Nazareth, territory of Palestine.
Man, Hannibal Barca was an incredible general who put an entire empire like Rome in check. But of course, this guy doesn't know what that is.
So Jesus was a Palestinian child, a Palestinian youth, and when he was...
He threw stones, huh? Hey, Jesus threw stones and did things. Is what he's saying truly blasphemous?
No.
Crucified, crucified.
I wasn't going to say it, but imagine Jesus on October 7th. What this idiot says is insane. It's insane, you know?
Unjustly condemned by the Spanish Empire.
That's the best part. The part about the Spanish Empire. It touches my soul, not because I'm Spanish, it's just that I don't know what they teach. What, huh? In Venezuelan schools when it comes to religion? But how do they mix in the Spanish Empire? Well, wait, then Simon Bolivar came along and took him down from the cross and took Jesus' sword. All right, well, that would already be history. Not even in the Trojan Horse book collection by J.J. Benitez would anyone think of coming up with a script like the one Maduro is putting together. Maduro, please be serious. Okay, we're living in a time of Christmas when people gather. There are laughs. Ha ha ha. For those who can celebrate it, but Maduro, well, wait, there's more.
Right, but studied a little.
Maduro has studied a little.
They might even award me a Nobel Prize in economics.
He's still very hung up on the Nobel Prize thing.
I think...
Man, with all your money and shipments, of course.
No, that's bad luck. No, dude, no, that's bad luck. No, I take back the proposal. No, that's Nobel level bad luck. I'm telling you, as Humberto Fernandez Moran said...
Great.
Scientist.
He did keep his Venezuelan nationality. No war, yes, peace. No war, yes, peace. Nicolas Maduro, after 27 years, has decided to act today, December 24, 2025. Yes, he is going to do something. He has decided that he has a project.
There is a goal for the Vice Presidency of Public Services,
which is us.
In the medium term, between 2026, 2027, and 2028, those 3 years that start now on January 1st, in those 3 years we must finish and complete all the projects that Odebrecht left half-built and abandoned. All the projects...
That is, they are going to build the bridge over the Orinoco. They are going to build the train line that connects Valencia with Caracas. They are going to build, I don't know how much, even a spaceship. Wait, maybe Venezuela will be the first to reach Mars. Aren't they ashamed of themselves?
Here and there, I can say that we're on the right track.
No, you really are on the right track, yes. It's tremendous. Recently, I was looking at the map of Venezuela. I still do, even if I haven't shown it much. I keep taking things from it to use in a special program later. It's incredible how much lack of infrastructure there is in that country. Literally, it's tremendous. A second bridge over Lake Maracaibo, is that true? There was another project there that was halfway done. He has the nerve of cement, right? Of titanium. Maduro's thing is... It's crazy. All right, so what is Nicolas Maduro's Air Force doing while their oil tankers are stolen? Well, nothing really. Just to give the civilian population a bit of a show and scare them a little. They send out the Fu-30s or other planes to fly around the Merida area. Why do they do this? Well, they do this to scare people. to scare people and make them think that the war's about to start. And that,
Tatín, tatatám, pim pam.
that's right, they're still there. They're doing their own thing. They're doing their own thing. Their own thing. What is it? Scaring people. The more they scare them, the better. Literal. By the way, it seems to be. Let's put aside for a moment the topic of Nicolas Maduro. It seems that the United States is moving a lot of military equipment toward the area of Trinidad and Tobago, and it also seems to be because of Diosdado Cabello. The Man Machete. Hey, Machete, wasn't that a movie? The Man Machete. Has Machete dedicated himself to something, or is he currently doing so? Threatening Trinidad and Tobago. And of course, since the United States doesn't like its allies being threatened. It seems so. That they're moving the Iwo Jima and the aircraft carrier toward Trinidad and Tobago. So Maduro told you the other night, Donald Trump, we have the largest naval force deployed in the history of the Caribbean Sea or South America. If you want to do something, do it, but it will be your last. So if they launch a drone, a rocket, a blowgun, or an arrow from any little boat or canoe, what will happen to Nicolas Maduro will be big. By the way, interesting photo.
Interesante.
The United States is erasing the serial numbers from certain planes because they don't want others to know their identities or numbers. But we know from images like these that there are at least 9 Reaper drones ready. 9 already. To start sending ninja swords somewhere in Caracas. But people say nothing is going to happen. I mean, the United States has sent drones. The United States has sent F-35 planes, Bs and As. An aircraft carrier, F-18 Growler planes, about 9 Special Forces aircraft. 17 tankers in Tampa, another 10 in the Dominican Republic. They've set up a radar in Trinidad and Tobago. Destroyers throughout the Caribbean. But nothing's going to happen. People keep saying, no, nothing's going to happen. Nothing will ever happen. Nothing's going to happen. Well, just keep thinking if that's good, it's better that way. When it happens, you'll experience it with even more intensity. It's impossible for the United States to send everything it has sent. Just for taking a stroll. Look at this photograph. Today's photograph also. And we hadn't seen this one for a long time. There is a ship called the Ocean Trader, which was a civilian vessel that has been repurposed for Black Ops operations, meaning covert special operations, which has joined today with the Iwo Jima and 2 other ships. Heading to Trinidad and Tobago. So that barrage in, because it's clear, if Maduro has begun threatening Trinidad and Tobago, Diosdado Machete. I mean, maybe something is going to happen. The exact location of that place. Let's go see it. We're here. That's the point where the Iwo Jima, the Ocean Trader, and possibly 2 destroyers are right now. The aircraft carrier is already near Trinidad and Tobago and heading there. from here as well. Be careful, because just as they go over there, they can stop by Horchula, they can stop by Blanquilla. The key areas we've always said, hey, at some point they're going to get there. Are they leaving you? They're heading over there. Let's see what happens. If nothing happens and there's no military action regarding the planes, why is the United States of America doing this? Look, they've removed the serial numbers from the planes. They've now removed them, just as they did from the F-18 Growler, from the Special Forces MC-130 planes.
30.
And people keep thinking nothing's going to happen, nothing will occur. Maybe, yes, it will happen. Maybe it will happen. But we'll have to see. We'll have to watch it very closely. Family, I won't take up any more of your time. Enjoy the night. Enjoy your family. Enjoy the good moments. It's a day to think, to reflect, and to enjoy your loved ones. See you in the next episode here on Military Strategies. Best regards.